Part 3 of the video. We connected the solar panels, which is 1200 watts. It's very early in the morning and sun has just started coming up, and you can see we bring in about 90 some watts. I think I have to go back through. The batteries are currently, from the previous video you can see the batteries were low. We're 52.6, and watch this, 115 watt inputs come from the solar. We're just testing. That's the input. You have input 1, input 2. So 100, and I just threw a 123 volt on this. That'll be input 2. We don't even have any solar connected yet. We have to test that input as well. So I'm gonna be doing some settings on this guy to see how everything works. But showing the indication here, the batteries are charging. Since it has a dual MPPT, so we're sitting at 52.8. So I'm gonna do the settings here, and you guys will see what's going on. I haven't set the batteries parameters yet. Stay tuned. Okay, this is the function I want to address. There is one of my subscribers was concerned if the second output is a smart detection. So you have to detect a load before it turn on, or you gotta tell it what to do to turn on. So this is the function where you can able to change. That's the F function 1, unit 12. So this is what it says right here. Now you can read it for yourself. You can set it to 50%. The default is 50% for the load, and you can do like a timer when it's supposed to be on. Like for example, this function, you can able to tell at so or a certain time I want you to turn, or when probably the batteries are certain, or I would say turn the AC on. If the output 2 is set to a certain parameter, it will turn on certain loads at a certain time. From this time, don't turn the loads yet till noon, when probably the battery is already full. I think this is what I understand from it, and you can able to do it on certain timing. You optimize whatever you want. So this is the answer for you. So it's on function 1, 12 right here. So right now it says at 50% is the default. On other videos, people were saying the consumption of this is like it takes a lot, to almost 70 watt. They're concerned for like winter time when everybody's struggling with power. So you can struggle with power with the sun. You can set this thing to be on a power saving mode. I already have on power saving mode. I don't know if you can hear the click. Click, 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 click. I put on power saving mode to give out power. You gotta reach a certain threshold when the inverter senses that it powers up the load. Like a refrigerator, as soon as the compressor is about time for it to recycle, then as long as the load is kind of higher to a certain threshold, like a 50 watts or 40 watts, it will turn on the stuff automatically. And when it doesn't need it to give power back, it's gonna go off. So mostly if the threshold is too low, you can see most refrigerator like blinking. The light is blinking when you open the door. So the light flickers if just one light bulb. But some people are thinking it's bad for your appliances, or if you live in an RV or motorhome, because if you have like clocks and anything set up, they're not gonna able to function because of the voltage is too low for them to function. Okay, so it's a preference. If you want, you can change the settings to power saving mode, or if you don't need it, just change it back so it can be a default. The inverter is always given power. But if it's a house, the inverter is always gonna stay on no matter what, because of the loads that you have. Some we call like phantom loads, just sitting there, do nothing. You have a lot of things. You plug your laptop, your TVs on standby, and all the other stuff. This function will never be active or inactive. It's always going to be active due to the loads that you have. Your phantom loads are higher than the power saving mode. I don't know if I explained it correctly. I've been using that for years with even Victrons like these guys, or Outbacks, Magnums. You know, I always use that function. Alright guys, I've gone through the setting without you guys. A long process. Is different from the other inverters. To set this device is a lot of pages you gotta go through. It's not fun. It's not like any other, like Victron or any of the other stuff. But anyway, this is what it is.